Hey guys, Benson here at Some Vlogs, and welcome to another vlogging video. So, sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, kick your feet up, most importantly, have fun, and of course, like, comment, subscribe down below, and check out links in the description, of course. Hit that bell notification, and the links are simpsonplayers.com, and of course, TikTok, Instagram, Rizzle, and Twitter. So, in the last video that I did just this past Monday, I was like, oh, I'm an otaku, watch this anime, watch that anime, anime is amazing, the emotions. There is one problem being an otaku, in my opinion, and the problem is probably the saddest thing in the world, is the community. Now, every community has got its dark corners, okay? Even my beloved Star Wars has got its dark corners. People on the internet, because they're not going to say this stuff to you in person, more or less, unless they're your friends and you have a toxic argument. But the depths of delusion, in my opinion, some people go to where, and I'm not talking about their opinions, because their opinions are their opinions, but I'm talking about stuff like sexism, racism, and stuff like that. Just genuinely awful stuff in certain communities is bad. But in anime, holy shit. y'all take toxicity to the next level. Y'all in the Mariana Trench, right? You guys are in the depths of dark, in my opinion. There have been times where I have seen comments on other people's cosplays or talking about anime and stuff like that. I'm just like, where do you get off in saying some of that stuff? Like, what is wrong with? Would you say that in real life? Would you say that to you? Would you talk about your mother? Like, what? Sometimes it blags my head. Some of the stuff I will not repeat the stuff I have read or heard, because it's disgraceful, and that stuff has no place in my opinion. But wow, some of you guys are seriously not right in the head sometimes. I mean, let's cover some of the toxicity of the anime community. We'll cover probably the biggest and most paramount one, since cosplay, with the sexualization of things these days, with stuff like OnlyFans and all that. Cosplay has skyrocketed in mainstream media, and it has skyrocketed in popularity. Some people basically live the high life because they are a cosplayer. It's beyond me, because I guess I was born at a time where that wasn't a thing. Normal careers were a thing, even though I'm young, and I guess I'm kind of part of the YouTube streaming generation. Beyond that, it's kind of blags me, how people just have a TikTok account with a couple million people, and I know it's not nothing to be blag about, but a couple million people, and suddenly they're meeting people like Tom Holland and The Rock and John Cena and they're at red carpet events and stuff. It's like, wow, holy shit, that's a job. But yeah, these people are brave. I will say that you even my popularity on TikTok has risen. I'm got 5K plus things, and some of the comments I get are not always supportive. And even though I only get 1 or 2 comments per thing, if that, even if one of them is not great, I almost get this drop. I get it's not a heart drop. It's not that bad, because I've got a thicker skin than I used to have when I was younger. But it's still like, okay, just relax, calm yourself down, Ben. It's all right. You don't know this person, and if they want to say that about your video, that's their opinion. I've not had anything racist or terrible yet. And the bigger you get, the more that you're open to that sort of thing, I guess, because of popularity and exposure. But these people, especially these cosplayers, because they are portraying themselves as somebody, and that means they've got to change their looks and their face, and they've got to show themselves off more in general. And some people are just terrible. They're just terrible. I mean, if a girl tries to cosplay as a boy, it's always like, you can't do that. You're not a boy. If a God forbid a person who is not the same race as the character tries to do it. Oh, that is just a big no apparently to some people. You can't cosplay that person. You're black, or you're not Asian, or you're not white. And the first thing I want to say to people like that is, hold on a second. These people are not even real life people. They're not even characters on a screen. They're not like Superman and Iron Man. They're not people. They are drawings, first of all. First and foremost, drawings, we have no idea what race they are, unless it says so. You know, there's so many animes where they've got characters from all over the world, and yet all the characters look the same, more or less. You know, they've all got big eyes, because anime people draw characters with the big eyes. Helps with emotion. They've all got the weird nose thing that they do in anime. What race is that? There's no race on Earth that is that. But because it's not drawn as a dark person, you know, they're not drawn brown or whatever. Suddenly brown people and black people, they can't play that character. They can't cosplay that character. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's the biggest one. The toxicity there is terrible. It's just, if people want to dress up as these characters, they do it for a reason. They love these characters, and they want to show the world how much they love these characters. And you don't have the right to tell them that they can't do it simply because they don't look a certain way. It's cosplay. It's up to interpretation. It's like art. But yeah, that's the major toxicity one for me. The other ones, number 2, it's not as bad, but it's the Subvert dub. That's a huge thing, and I don't know why it's such a huge thing. I don't get it. People will sit there and argue and tell you you are stupid, you are wrong. Some of them will even go as far to tell you that you are racist if you prefer dub over sub. What? The reason people prefer dub over sub, I'll explain it to you, two people. In case you are a sub person and are very personal sub person who hates that people watch it in dub, it's very simple. We do not want to sit in front of a screen and read. What? Why? If there is an option to watch something in dub, right? Why would I watch it in sub? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, when you watch a movie in the theaters or at home, do you turn on the subtitles? No. Most people do not turn on the subtitles. You don't need to. You can hear it. Unless you've got some sort of hearing problem, you know. Fair enough, turn on the subtitles. Or if the audio is not great, or if it's late at night and you've got thin walls and you don't want to wake up the neighbours, turn on the bloody subtitles. But if it's in your native language, if there is a possibility to watch it in your native language, why would you watch it in the original language it was filmed in when you don't speak or understand it? That doesn't make any sense. I have watched enough anime in sub to know that I can quite easily do it in both. You know, I can watch sub or I can watch dub. The difference being is if I watch it in sub, I now have to make sure that thing is my whole world at that moment. I could not turn away from it or anything because I will miss words. I don't know what the words they're saying mean. I have to read. Okay? So I can't do anything else now. I have to sit in front of the screen and read these words. Basically. You know, I'm pretty good with the multitask, so I don't miss any of the action. But another thing is it takes away from the action. You know? A lot of people can't really read and watch at the same time. It's difficult for them. They can't do that. So no, of course they're gonna watch it in dub. Where they can just look at the screen and see what's going on and then hear the words. The argument between sub and dub is stupid. If you prefer sub, fine. I don't think I've ever heard a dub person call someone stupid for watching in sub. Okay? That is their own personal preference. It's always sub attacking people who watch it in dub. I don't get it. If you have a preference, watch it in your preference. It's fine. You both love the same show. Just because the words are different, it doesn't matter. The storyline is basically the same. Oh dear. Item number 3 on this toxicity rant is not so much in any other type of anime other than the hero ones. You know, ones with like, you know, hero versus villain ones. The power of friendship animes, let's call them. I can't remember what the actual term is right now off the top of my head. Another blank, basically. If you watch my beautiful face here on YouTube, you know I come up with a lot of blanks. Sometimes I'm like, But yeah, we'll call them power of friendship animes. Animes like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, My Hero Academia, stuff like that. The toxicity between the fan groups of these animes is unreal. It's a full competition. We even have a term dedicated to the best of what the community considers the best of them, calling them the big three. Whatever that means. Apparently the big three include One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. And then Dragon Ball Z is meant to be the grandfather to the big three. And then you got the big six, or the Sinister Six afterwards, which is like, I don't know, Fire Force, My Hero Academia, God knows what the other four are. I don't really watch them all. But yeah, it's like, what? Why can't we just enjoy the show for what the shows are? Fair enough if you have one personal preference over the other, but the general attack, people even, you can see it. It's become such of a integral thing to the anime community that there are people who make TikToks and videos and parodies of these characters, of the main characters from each of these shows, meeting and arguing with each other, saying why their show is better, or beating each other up and saying why they're stronger. That's another thing, is people saying that a character from a different universe, different show basically, would go into another show and kill everyone in that show, basically. What? Why is that a thing? And the reason, you could say, oh, this is just a normal thing, people are just comparing characters' powers. It's not. Have you ever seen someone put flipping Darth Vader in Marvel and say he would kill everyone? No. You ever seen anyone put Superman in Star Wars and say he'd kill everyone? No. The other one's a Marvel vs DC because that's a whole thing. But really? Again, really? What? These characters are in different universes. They will never meet. Their power, especially in anime, this is the main problem for me, is how ridiculous it is. Their powers are based on the universes they're from. So if they went to a different universe, how do you begin to compare that? You have no idea how that would scale. You can just go, oh well, this and that, and they just make it fit their narrative. Especially when they say Goku would solo the whole verses of some of these blips. What? No, first of all, no, he wouldn't. Second of all, how do you imagine that working? It would be one thing if you had a character that did magic, go into another universe where magic existed, and stuff, that would work. But they've literally got people like, for example, Ichigo from Bleach is a soul reaper, which means he fights ghosts and demons in simplest terms. How do you put him in Naruto? What demons and ghosts is he fighting? How would he have powers? Where is he getting that from? It blags me. It is the most stupidest argument on the internet, in my opinion. It is so ridiculous. And it's all consuming for some people. A lot of people take the mick out of it. And a lot of people are just saying it just to rile other people up and have fun with it or whatever, like the parody videos and all that. But a lot of people genuinely take this seriously. They get mad, they comment, they're furious. It's ridiculous. Genuinely, have you got nothing better to do with your life than get mad over fake characters fighting in impossible scenarios? It's honestly, the anime community sometimes, these, as you can see, it's so bad that even I am having to comment about it now. It's ridiculous. But hey, that's just my three major bugbearers about anime toxicity. So, if you want to be an otaku, or if you are an otaku, and you're trying to navigate through the community and make friends through the community, because a lot of us, like I said, the word otaku by definition means introvert, someone who is not very good with social. If you are one of those people and you want to make friends on the community, avoid at all costs any part of the community that focuses on these three major toxicity points. Okay, you do not need to be part of that. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. It's not good for your image. And if it gets out, it's probably going to be bad for you in the long term with cancel culture. So, yeah. Be careful. I would say you should always have your own opinions. If you believe a character is better than another, by all means say it. But don't say they beat him. Okay, give actual reasons, like they're better built, they were better developed character, their powers are cooler, or whatever. Don't say they beat the other character. Don't say that. That's not a reason. Superman beats Batman, but Batman's better than Superman because he's just cool. Oh dear. Well, it's funny. It's funny. Some people, man, but it's funny. And if you believe dub is better than sub, I'd say keep that one to yourself, and your actual friends you actually closely make. You know, even if you have a little bit of an argument, just make sure it doesn't get too deep and personal, because some people are generally attacking other people's character out here for liking dub over sub. And if you want to be a cosplayer, please have thick skin. Okay, please have thick skin. Don't go out there and expect everyone to love it. Even if you think you're the cutest or the most beautiful person in the world, somebody somewhere will have a problem with what you're doing. You can't please everyone, and you just got to deal with it. You've got to roll with the punches, because some people are going to generally try and attack you and get you down. Some of them are not even doing it out of genuinely believing what they're saying. They're just doing it out of malice and just trying to get a reaction out of you. Don't rise to it. Just roll with it. Continue doing what you love or what you like to do. Never mind them. Even if you get 1,000 negative comments and there's only one single good comment, it's better to take the positives than the negatives. Okay, because the internet is brutal these days. They will slaughter you. They will tear you apart if you let them. So stay safe out there. Be happy. Avoid toxicity in any community, especially the anime one, at all costs. And this has been me, Ben Simpson, here on Simpson Vlogs with another rant. And I'm signing off. So like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with everything here on Simpson Vlogs. And of course, bear in mind what I said in the last video, that there may not always be a vlog every week, or there might only be one instead of two every week. Who knows? We'll see what the future holds together here with the Simpson Vlogs community. Check out links in the description, Simpson Players, simpsonplayers.com, and of course, TikTok, Instagram, Rizzle, and Twitter. Until next time, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Peace.